Hey everyone, welcome into the channel. It's Karen, Lavender Clothesline. We are just about to head out the door and hit the road to go over to Honore Goodwill. This is fast becoming my #1 Goodwill. Now, while it can be a little overwhelming because the new carts come out at a clip, I am up for it today. I've got my snacks packed, my water, a little bit of coffee left, and we're just gonna hit the road. We're gonna get there when they open and see what we can find to flip for a profit. All right, let's get going. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm taking you with me. It's one of those days I don't know where to look first. The stuff is so interesting in this store. Now, there is a lot of run-of-the-mill, everyday home goods, ho-hum. These dishes are lovely with the gold paint on them. I'm going to consider those, but really what I'm reaching for is this plate. First, I thought it was mosaic tile. It's just patterned like that. It is older, I know. Another decorative plate. What is that about? Do like that aesthetic, but I was kind of hoping it was real mosaic. That would have been everything. All right, we are looking up. What are these guys here? They are two monks. Oh, I was hoping they were real wood. They are resin. But again, look at the look of these. These are so cool on a bookshelf. I think I'm gonna grab these. I don't see any kind of branding on them. Let's grab two monks, shall we? I love stores like this. You know, it's better than going to a new store where everything is just perfect and sitting there. It's like a treasure hunt. Okay, on the other side of the aisle, it's going to be chaotic. So if you don't like chaotic videos, this might not be the video for you. The other side of the aisle, we have an insulator. Might have some damage. I usually try to hold these up to the light. These don't bring a lot of money. I know there are more rare ones, and this one has damage. I believe they're used in electric current protection. Yeah, that's all I've got. All right, look at this. Look at this. Is this not everything? This is a faux dog. $6.99. He does have a break. He's holding, oh, maybe it's not a break. Maybe this is a rose he holds in his teeth. What is going on here? All right, we're gonna take him. But at the same time, well, you know what? I better put him in the cart. That is so cool. We're gonna grab him. All right, we have a cat. I don't know what's going on there. I was just about to look at that cat, and an employee handed me this rabbit with a basket on his back with a check in it, $3.99. He's got a little glue there, so he might have had like a flower or something glued on him. And this is a little bit bigger, but you know what? Easy to ship. His whiskers have a little bit maybe missing, but we're not going to worry about that either. We're going to put this in the cart. I love Honore. All right. Also in the cart right now, I have a candle holder. Yesterday, Roger and I started the kitchen pickings, like what we're picking for the kitchen, the counters, the cabinets, and we're looking at a backsplash tile that's basically this color. So $3.99. I might pick up this candle. Yeah, I will, for personal use. I am a candle person. Now, I can't burn all candles because some of them just give us allergies, but other ones are okay. I'm going to go ahead with that. It's not that highly scented. All right, back to the shelf. All right, let's look at things one at a time. We have a duck back here. We have a frog picture. Please tell me there are no breaks to this. This is lovely. I love him. How much do they want for him? $7.99, $8. He does have a lot of printing. Might say porcelain. Yeah, I'm not sure what he is, but yeah, he's going in the cart. I think I'm looking up no comps today. I'm going to give myself a break and not comp anything unless it's really high priced. Then I have to do it. But today we're just going to look at shelves and see what's going on. Okay, don't think we want him. Sorry, duck. You don't make the cut. We've got a little aquarium. I don't think this is for aquarium because it's got glitter. Probably just a little figurine. We have a dog doing yoga. And we have two little children, a brother and sister. Oh, this is lovely. This is a paperweight with bubbles in it. For $1.99, I'm gonna grab that. I will settle into this a little bit more. It's always like this when you get in this store. Again, like supermarket sweep, we just want to grab things. You have a Native American resin totem pole. I wish I could hear you guys of what you're shouting at me to grab. I love when you tell me that in the comments, like, I was yelling at you to get the such and such. I don't do live videos, it's just too much. But one day, wouldn't that be fun if I could take you guys live with me and have like a helper with me who would tell me what you guys are saying? That would be great. G, do we know anybody with the name G? I don't. Wow, lots of good stuff. There's a kitty sitting on the shelf. Here's a hobbyist piece. Somebody painted him. I guess this really is the holiday aisle. There's so much other stuff mixed in now, so I never want to skip it. Oh, that's cute. Who's making this? Oh, this was sold at somewhere. Am I looking right at it? It's probably Hobby Lobby. I'm thinking $2.99. That is cute. But I try not to pick up Hobby Lobby because it's just so plentiful. And I know some people can't get to Hobby Lobby, but their items aren't super high quality. And I do shop there when I need like home decor. I will take a look at Hobby Lobby. So I'm not against the store in any way. We have an owl. That is a light. All right, we did really well on this aisle. Hopefully all of the aisles are this interesting. Now when I come out here, we have furniture over here. I will probably look at that at the end because I'm trying to keep this smaller pieces today. Is that decoupage? Who did that? Oh, this is April Cornell. Her stuff can do well. There's a little rhyme for you. It's April Cornell. Her stuff can do well. What do they want this? April Cornell, I do better with the linens, the vintage linens. So this is $5.99. I think I'm going to wait on that. We have some green glass down here. It's like frosted. It's got that real texture to it. $3.99. Nope, a teacup and 2 saucers in case you're extra. This is England. Beautiful. This almost looks like spongeware. Made in somewhere, China. Okay. Oh, we have an older bean pot here. I don't do well with bean pots, do you guys? I have picked them up in the past. I'm gonna try to get this tape off. Looks like somebody did that before us. Just to see what the inside is. Okay, that is quite nice. I don't know who's making this. Let's see if we can tip it. Oh, I like the bottom on that. $6. We're gonna go ahead and grab that. As she just proclaimed that I don't do bean pots, we're gonna put this in the cart. We have a little casserole dish. It's very French looking to me. I don't know if it's French. I think this is Homer Laughlin. $6. That would be cute in cottage core. It's very cottagey. I don't do well with Homer Laughlin generally, so I'm going to wait on that because I'm trying not to comp everything. So just going to use my judgment. Oh, this is sweet. Germany. Very pretty. It's got its little teacup. Wow. Wow. Somebody donated their shot glass collection. $6 a bag. That is not bad if you're into shot glasses. There are quite a few of them. Most of them look like souvenirs. There's NASA, different states. There's Nashville. That's very cool. I realize when somebody gets into collecting over the course of their life, you know, family members will gift them with different things, and then it gets out of hand, and then, you know, unfortunately, nobody else wants it when the person's ready to give their stuff up. So a lot of times in the thrift store, we see people's lifelong collections, and most times they're not worth too much. This piece of glass is very interesting. What is this? I don't see this often. It's like, I don't even know how to describe this. It's gray and opaque with the edges being translucent. That is very cool. Are there more of these? Not seeing any. For some reason, I'm going to put this in the cart for a little while. I really like that. It looks, I don't know, Danish to me. Just a guess. Wow, look at this with our monks and our rabbit and our faux dog. We got it going on today. This is great. We are on the vase, pottery, some candles, some jugs, all the things aisle. Oh, this is very pretty. I think this is probably like Target or IKEA. It does have a little lean to it. It must be that it's on purpose, because I think this is just a mass-produced piece. I shouldn't say it that way. I shouldn't say just a mass-produced piece. I do have a tendency to like stuff like that. What is this? Look at this jug with this big lizard coming out of it. Oh my word. Would somebody want that? There's always a buyer for everything. If you wait long enough, your buyer always comes along. You heard it here first. Sometimes you do have to wait a very long time. Oh, this is lovely. This is like a ceramic tray with thistles, spongeware. Oh, it's got a signature. We love that. This is Aileen or Eileen. Aileen, I think. Atkin, Gatehouse Pottery, Edinburgh. $3. That is beautiful. Oh, that is so pretty. What is going on here today? I am so glad I came to this location. Just gonna have a whole YouTube channel about this store. Wouldn't that be hysterical? I'm sure the store would not go for that. Look at this plastic wreath. That is very different. Maybe somebody made that. Needs a little help. Candle holders. What was I saying? Yeah. A YouTube channel all about this store. That's how good the stuff is. Now, I don't do super well every time I come, but I don't think I've ever left this store empty-handed. And their prices on some things too high, so I won't buy certain things, but their furniture is good. Most thrift stores have furniture priced fairly because it's bigger and they know they have to move it quicker. So if you need furniture, thrift stores and auction houses are usually the way to go. I wish I knew more about glass. I have learned some, but not a lot. All right, let's turn the corner and see what happens. It's a surprise around every corner. The employees are clearing the shelves, which is a good thing. Okay, we're gonna have to put a thumb over this. This is, what do we call this when they burn wood? Somebody made this. Oh no, they didn't. Tricked me totally, unless they bought the block of wood. Because that is not done by a store. That is hand done. Somebody made that. It's lovely. I love that with all the craziness on the internet, I am blocking just one little piece of that. All right, again, the radio here is very loud, so I'm sorry I'm going to have to talk through a lot of this video. Look at this lacquered box. It does feel a little bit cheap, to be fair. Abalone. I'm sure that's real abalone, but it almost doesn't look like it. It looks too uniform. That is lovely, though. Peacocks on top. Let's open that back up. Part of the latch might be missing, like the little pin. You know what? I don't know how to feel about this. This does not seem like quality after all of this work. Could it be for the souvenir trade? As you can tell, it's a jewelry box. I'm wondering if a certain set of jewelry came in this box. Like if the jewelry was sold in the box. All right, what do they want for it? Are we seeing a price? There we go, $6. I'm going to put this in the cart. I don't see any damage to it. This is very interesting. This was not meant for decoy because it's on a base. Do you decorate your bookshelf with just a duck head? What is happening here? All right, for $3, I feel like I'm taking this. I feel like this is handmade. I don't know. I know nothing about the duck world. I'm wondering if there are initials underneath that price sticker. But for $3, we're just going to put them in. Oh, the craziness of it all. You can tell it's Lavender Clothesline, can't you? I am fearless with the stuff that I buy. Somehow it works out. Now, have I made mistakes? Sure. But you know, the item still sells. It just sells for less than what I thought. Maybe I thought it was genuine and something was a copy. And I find out, you know, after purchasing it and, you know, in my research. But if you're a reseller and you buy in low, most times there's not too much risk in it. It's very funny because this aisle happens after 2 or 3 aisles of the new stuff, of the retail arbitrage liquidation buyouts. And most people will stop and turn around and go the other way, but they have tucked candle holders, all the things candle, after the few new aisles. And I kind of like that. Feels like a little secret back here. Another heavy candlestick. This seems like a reproduction. It doesn't seem that old. Felt is a little bit old, not especially. This is pewter, not my favorite. Pewter has a lot of gray to the metal, so it's not as beautiful as when it's silver plate. Well, it's not as beautiful in my eyes. I'm sure there are a lot of people that love pewter. But I have a tendency not to go for pewter. What are these? That's unique. $1.99. Okay, that's very strange to me. I have not seen these. These I will have to Google image. I won't be running a lot of comps today. Very interesting. Almost a little creepy. Are you guys seeing that? Does that look a little creepy to you? I almost feel like, okay, I'm going to say something gross. So if this is a trigger for you, turn away. I feel like when they draw blood, like it's kind of like, what are those called? A pipit? Now I'm just saying words. I have all of this stuff in my brain. My mom worked in hospitals, so we got all of this conversation at the dinner table. So funny. Those are very unique. All right, let's very gently put them in the cart. I'll have to move things around. I'm still loving my little fused glass trinket dish. I want more of these. I'm a greedy girl. I want it all. All right, let's keep going with candle holders, candlesticks, candelabras, all things candle. Look at this little vase. There are so many etched pieces in the thrift store. One is prettier than the next. What would that be used for? Okay, so it definitely goes this way. Is this a candle shade where you light the candle under it? Let's find a little candle. All right, like say that's your candle. That's a little big, but... And then... So is it a fairy lamp? I don't know what I have here. Where is the base to this? It's got to have a base, right? Like a plate. It's like an amethyst glass that's satin glass. You're hearing all of my brain's thoughts. I'm putting this in. This I'm going to have to Google. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do a lot of research. I think in fairness, I said I wasn't going to run a lot of comps. Tea light candles. Shorties. I do want that amethyst base because if that is a fairy lamp, that's cool. I don't find a lot of fairy lights. Do you guys? Or fairy lamps, the glass ones? I know they come in different colors. I've found clear, probably amber, but I never find the pretty colors. Okay, that's a candle on a little bowl that doesn't belong together, but Goodwill put it together. All right, I think this was a very interesting aisle. Lots I don't know about. Oh, I see another. Okay, now I'm going to eat my words. This is a pewter candlestick. I like this one better. What is that saying? Something. pewter something. It's a weighted base. Anytime you see that can-looking base, I believe they're all weighted. So there's sand or some kind of resin in there that stabilizes it. But I don't think this one's especially good, especially if they're telling you not to put it in the dishwasher. Empire, pewter something, weighted. Yes, so it is a weighted base. Now they do have silver ones of those, that the whole candlestick is silver, but it's still weighted. In order to sell it for its silver, somebody would have to know, once you take that weighted base out, what the weight is on the silver. So I don't know how we work that out. Large paintings on the wall. Very large. Right now I have, I think it's 4 pieces of artwork left from one of the big pickups that I have to clean the glass, do a little bit of research, and put them on Facebook Marketplace. I am very much keeping up with eBay listings between Mellissa and I, both doing drafts. This is lovely. This is a very famous painting. This is a print, definitely a print, JPL, 1969. I'm going to call it Woman in a Blue Dress. That's lovely. I'm not big on that frame, but that is very pretty. Very mood painting. Okay, we have linens after clothing. A lot of quilts. I think people buy these big giant quilts and then they realize how hot it is down here, which I am loving. It's funny, when I was first announcing that we were moving to Florida, everybody was saying, it's hot. It's like Roger and I have vacationed here many years. Roger actually has a timeshare in Florida, in Orlando, that we get to go to. And yes, it is hot, but you know what? There are pools, there's the beach, there's air conditioning in our cars. We're all good. All right, somehow we wound up in handbags. Let's see what we're finding here. Both of the leather handbags that I recently purchased in, I don't even know where I was, they were both kind of like a camel color or a, you know, kind of like a brown. Both of those have sold, so thank you very much. All right, I don't see anything. That is kind of cute. I don't think that's anybody. Nobody made it. All right, I hope I'm not passing up something terribly good. Daisy quilted backpack. I'm sure I am. I don't want to hear any judgment in the comments. Look at these chairs. $80 a piece, $160 for the 2. This is Henredon. Brass capped legs. I believe this is the original upholstery. This is in great shape. Look at the workmanship. Look at the style on these. Oh my word, these are gorgeous. Okay, I can't say these are going right in the cart. They're not going to fit in the cart. But we want both of these. Oh, look at that bike. Oh, that's his bike. Okay. Phew, I didn't have to buy a bike. Thank goodness. These are lovely. $160 for the 2. I'm going to thoroughly check them over. Now it says don't remove the tag, but everybody is looking at these chairs. So I think I'm going to bring the tags right up and pay for them and put sold on them and put them at the register. Lovely. Totally lovely. Those are ours. On top of finding those 2 amazing chairs, the best surprise, weekly furniture markdowns. Orange tag is 25% off. I got each chair for $60. And I stopped everything I was doing, went to the register, paid for them, and put them in the car. When you find something that amazing, you want to put it right in your car, because right behind me, there were like 4 or 5 furniture resellers in the house. People that just come in for the furniture here to sell wherever. I don't know if they have stores or what, but today was my day. I am so lucky I got those 2 chairs. I will be sure to post on Instagram what they sell for. Oh, this is lovely. I don't know how old this is. I mean, it does have age to it, but I don't think it's as old as we think. All guesses. And I thought maybe this was reverse painted. Sometimes the antique shades are painted on the inside, and then when you put it on the light and the light, you know, lights up, it's just so stunningly beautiful. I think those are mainly in the early 1900s they were made. I do love this, but I'm going to leave that. I don't want to ship that. The yellow lamp is interesting, partly because it has a Lucite finial knob. Does seem to have an older plug. I don't know if this is the... Okay, that's that plug. I don't think I can reach that. Last thing I want is a lamp falling on my head. Wow, lots of interesting stuff. Not all good, that's for sure. We have a lamp, ceramic lamp with roses and swans, a double. You get 2 for 1. Oh, there's another roses lamp back there. Is that the matching one? Talk about 2 for 1. Here's the second one. It's a pair. Okay, so without the swans, I would think this would be like shabby chic. We don't use that term, or cottagecore, but now you've added the swans with the gold. Now it's just ornate, over-the-top Victorian. I wouldn't even call that Hollywood Regency. Hollywood Regency is used a lot in keywords, and if you Google Hollywood Regency, it's not everything that people are saying it is. Oh, look at this lamp. Who is making... Oh, it's thin. It does appear to be older, though, but the pottery seems thin. Very fragile. I would love to know who's making that, but I'm going to leave that for somebody else. So I Google imaged this glass shade, and it turns out it's for an atomizer. And I should know that. I have 2 of those in my house. I love an atomizer where you add oil to the water and it just creates a fine, cool mist, and it makes the whole house smell good. Unfortunately, this one's not going to bring a lot. So this is one of the items that I'm going to put back today. So far, everything else is looking fairly good, but I will continue to Google image a few items, not all of it. Most of in the cart I'm taking. I think you guys have seen most of this. Is there anything I haven't showed you? Maybe this green glass fish bottle. It does say, it looks like herring bar, or yeah, I think it's herring bar Paris. These are quite common. Now, different ones bring different prices, so you have to know which one you have. And what am I paying for this? I am paying $5. So I imagine I could probably get $19.99 for it, if not a little bit more. I'm going to look up the name, and fortunately the bottom is marked, but I'm going to have to bring it in the sunlight to see it, seeing what that says. NAV1, N-A-V-O-N-E. I'm not sure, but that's going in the cart. I love that. So far, so good. Chairs are in the car, and we have plenty of room in the cart. We are jumping over to accessories, which belts fall into the accessories category. Look at this belt. All right, what are we paying for this? $4.99. Now, it turns out that this is Italian calf skin. So it is not reptile, but it is very well copied. This is gorgeous. Beautiful condition. Let's look at the business end of the belt. Does anybody else call it the business end of the belt? Little bit of wear. I still think we'll do okay. We're going to go ahead and grab that one. Well, that was very nice of this person to donate 2 of them. This one is $7. Not sure what's happening there. Maybe because the buckle is a little fancier, probably just a different pricer. Again, we're going to look at this end of the belt. This is looking good. Nice big size. I don't know what size this is. What did we see? 46? Yes, 46. Beautiful. Now, if it was genuine reptile, alligator, snake skin, python, any of those things, this would bring a lot more money. But calf skin, Italian calf skin, is still good. We're going to throw that one in. All right, what other belts do we have here since we're here? I see a Carhartt. Hold the phone. And I see another one here. Okay, that one doesn't feel good in the hand. This one is leather. It says Carhartt on the buckle. Now, don't always assume that what's on your buckle is the same as the belt, because some belts have interchangeable buckle ability. I'm looking at this one. This one has a cinch going on. That means that the belt loop on this man's pants squeezed this over time and actually ruined the leather right there. Not a total deal breaker if you have a high-end belt, but Carhartt's not going to bring enough to, you know, warrant picking up something with a flaw like that. All right, those two belts that we put in are good. Here are two belts that are interesting. They have these little metal tags with a golf emblem. Makes it very fun for a golfer to wear his lucky golf belt. Let's turn it over. Tag is cut. See this tag here? The ends of the tag are feeling cheap. I know, it's paper. So this is going to be made in China most likely. A better belt sometimes has a cloth tag there. And it is genuine leather made in China. I would have a tendency to skip these. This one's okay, but we have a problem, Houston. Did Goodwill actually think this is going to sell? Did somebody cut the buckle off, or did they really put this belt out? That is so funny. Funny, not funny. All right. This is different than what we just picked up. Looks very similar. Again, cut tag, Johnson & Murphy. Not Italian calfskin, so we're going to leave that. You would think after this many years of going to the thrift store every single week of my life, 670 videos, most of them filmed in thrift stores, that I would have seen everything and know what everything is. There's a lot of stuff in this world. And tell you what, this store does not disappoint. There is so much on the shelves. Look at this little box. This is vintage. If I can pop it open with one hand, I might have to put the camera down. Whoop, I almost got it. Did you see it? Oh. Let's see if we can do it the third time. Got it. Oh, it's a handbag. I was thinking it was a jewelry case. It's missing its chain. Kind of cool. What is this here? What is this used for? So it's stone. It's real stone. It's cool to the touch. I don't know. It seems like there should be little something in there. Maybe you put your earrings in there at night before you go to bed. Like if you left your post earrings in, you could put them there. I don't know. I have no idea. Look at all this goodness. You just dig for hours. Not as many new carts coming out today, so we are spending more time looking at the shelves. New carts came out, and I did find two items. I wanted to ask you about this one. Piece of pottery. Let's set it up on a shelf so we can get the full gist of it, shall we? Okay, so it's either a duck or a goose. I'm thinking it's mass-produced. Here's the conundrum. What is this? What do you use this for? Like, why would they leave the vessel part of it open? First I thought, oh, you pour a sauce or a gravy in there, which is kind of weird. But what does it come out his eyes? It's not a cheese shaker. Maybe he's not meant to do anything. I don't know. I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave him for somebody else to have a conundrum and figure out what he is. And here is the second item that was in the new cart. WC4 Brazil, whatever that means. I think somebody was just, you know, keeping their piece of paper in there. There's a little accordion fold. I don't think this is brass. I mean, it could be brass, but it just looks like metal to me. But it's a little like sewing box. It does have a few issues. Pearls on top. $2.99, and the foil sticker is original gold tone product. I think this is kind of sweet. I think I'm grabbing this. It is a little, oh, is it too bent? Do we think it's too bent? How bent is too bent? Yeah, I might have to leave it. Darn. I should have looked at it before I turned the camera on. Yeah, this is out of joint. It's got issues. It's got problems. Don't we all? All right, we're leaving that one. I almost took that one. Let's go back to the shelves. We have a dolphin container. Made out of plastic, definitely plastic. We have a teapot with a bamboo handle, which I almost never buy. I don't do teapots a lot anyway, you guys know that. Some modern plates, Easter. Lottery money. I once had a boss. Ready for this rabbit hole we're gonna go down? I had a boss that I worked for. She was very wealthy. She was the vice president of a very large real estate company. You would recognize the name. I won't say the name because she has since passed. And for a hobby, she opened a business that I managed. It was a fitness studio, and she spent, now she openly shared this, she spent $375 a week on lottery tickets for 18 years, every week. I said, did you ever win? She said, oh, a couple of times. But I'm sure she wasn't, you know, she wasn't ahead of the game. Like, if you would just save that money. Now, like I said, she was a millionaire, so did she really need to win the lottery? I don't know. I wasn't her personal financial counselor, but that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know why I told you that story, but there's a lot of different things going on out there. I don't know what to say about that, Rabbit. I got nothing. All right, we are back to the beginning of this shelf. So we're going to look down another aisle or see if more new carts came out. I always talk about different niches that a lot of resellers pass over. And that's why eventually, after probably the first year of reselling, I really started to look at everything in the thrift store. I mean, nothing was out of the question. And here we're standing in front of a perfect example everybody is passing by. This is a Lucite tissue box. Do you guys look at tissue boxes? Do you look at toothbrush holders and soap pumps? I want to look at everything. This is a find, $3.99. And you know what's great? The name of the company is right on the bottom, Eleanor Enterprises. You want to look at Lucite items. I have sold Lucite garbage cans. I don't know what the big draw is about Lucite. It's lovely. $3.99. This is pink. I think the darker colors can do a little bit better. I will put comps on the screen to help you guys, but this should bring, I'm guessing, close to $40. And everybody's just passing it up. We love that. Look how beautiful it is. It is lovely. So easy to ship, they're easy to spot, they're easy to clean. You can just wipe it down with like a little Windex or a damp rag and you're good to go. I think that's it for us today. I did grab this Fiesta pitcher, $15. Is this worth it? I don't know. Prices are a little out of control in this store sometimes. Most times they're really good. And somebody else wanted my bunny. They fell in love with it, something about a grandchild, you know. It was theirs. I get so much stuff. All right, special shout out to my girlfriend Jane. She and I stood there talking all kinds of inventory of what we were finding for about 20 minutes. I gotta get home and work on editing this video for you guys. I don't know, should I get that Fiesta picture? I'm feeling like 15 is a lot, but we shall see. Love you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, go out and get what's yours.